But no, it's me. It's not you.
It is you.
It's me. It's not you.
Is.
Right, right. So give yourself a test. Test yourself. Test your preps. Test your readiness. I encourage you anyway to do so. To, choose a time or maybe even at least, I don't know, however you want to handle it. Maybe you make your family aware, depending on what your dynamic is, or maybe you just spring it on them and see how they respond. But or maybe you make them aware that it's going to happen, but they don't know when, and bang, you do something. Hey everybody, welcome to The Real World Prepper. I'm RWP. Welcome to Makeshift Kitchen Cooking with RWP. We've got a pot, a little burner here. I've got some cream of mushroom. I've got some corn. I've got some ground beef. And I've also got leftover potatoes, carrots, and onions, and the juice from a roast. And I'm gonna put all this together, and we're gonna eat it. So let's see how this goes. For those who may or may not know, we've been dealing with a few crises. Our house is in disarray because there was some damage, and anyway, I've explained it, but because they ripped it all out, the whole downstairs is gone. so we're working out of this. It's really tested to some degree our metal, mine anyway, in these types of things. It's a big deal. It just reinforces to me the reasons why we prep and the reasons why we prep the things we do and in the ways that we do. Obviously, you're not going to be able to have everything. You're not going to be able to have every wish and whim. Let's assume I just had one little light and this burner running off my little EcoFlow solar generator. And let's just fleck off some pieces here. So anyway, like I say, a little ground beef. I'm gonna throw some corn in here, I'm gonna strain it. And then based on whatever it does and tastes like at that point, I might add a can of cream of mushroom. Why not, Don't worry, I did wash my hands sometime yesterday, I think. It's a joke. We are figuring it out. We've got some years, when I say we, I'm talking about me and Mrs. RWP and little RWP. We've got some experience and some time under our belt. We have definitely had our trials and tribulations, like any of you have. And we are going to make lemonade out of lemons. We are going to adapt and overcome. That's what we do. Definitely some pepper. And we're going to do some salt. And I'm going to throw a little of this Worcestershire sauce in there. Have you ever run a test? We actually have done this only a couple of times. A test where you test your preps. You test your readiness, as it were. Say you turn your breaker box off, for 24 hours and you manage, or whatever it may be. We have done that, like I say, not nearly as much as probably we should, just to stay tight and to get better ideas and better responses and things. This, what we're dealing with right now, we didn't choose to do this test, but it is a test. The better we can be, the better, obviously, you all will be. I'll tell you something else that I dealt with that was tricky and kind of threw me for a loop was while with stuff and food and et cetera, while I had plenty, my mindset, I don't think, was ready for the little SHTF that we went into. My first response was a poor one, I'll put it to you that way. It's just an observation. It's just something that I realized, and I don't think that that's my normal operating mode. It's just, I think I've been overwhelmed with, come on, you get it. The point I'm trying to make is that let it be a good lesson, example, put a bug in your ear, as it were, for your own well-being and for your own ways of doing things and whatever your plans are, to make sure that they're tight and make sure that you have something in place, or at least the idea and the notion that maybe there's a part of it you won't understand until you're in it. That kind of factor, the unknown, as it were. And now we're sizzling. Throw that kern in there. We like kern, right, Mrs. RWP? And she just walked out here, by the way, to join me, to remind me that I was doing something wrong. True story. But no, it's me. It's not you.
It is you.
It's me. It's not you. Right. So anyway, we're gonna get back to cooking here. So now, I don't know, let's say we'll add this. I know there's a little meat in here, right?
Maybe a little chunk.
I
Yep.
thought there was. Yep, there is. Let me kind of shred it. Just gonna do it by hand. I've been doing everything by hand. There's not a lot of utensils out here. I showed them our custom kitchen. Delivery. Who knows that reference? By my analytics, I would gather that all of you do.
I jumped across it.
And there's the little RWP. We're all here in the kitchen
Yes.
having fun.
Yes. Thank you.
A little dash of Worcestershire.
What?
Worcestershire sauce.
Oh. What other vegetables could we add? Peas?
This should be, no, I
Green
think,
beans?
no, I don't want green beans in it.
Yeah.
I don't want green beans in it. I don't want green beans in it.
Neither do I.
Neither does little
We need
RWP.
something green. There's no greens. What about peas? I
It
love
doesn't have
peas.
to be green. It
Come
doesn't
on,
have to be peas. Why do you want to put peas
I
in it?
love peas.
Don't be in it.
Okra?
Don't pea in it.
Okra?
Don't be in it.
I guess I'd do peas before I do okra.
Peas?
I mean, it doesn't, I don't think it needs anything else. But,
Black-eyed peas?
well,
Need
now,
something
hold on.
green.
That's not green, but
Well, we have potatoes and corn. That's two starches. Let's put something green in it.
well, if you consider black-eyed peas green,
No. I'm not saying black-eyed.
I mean, I would do black-eyed peas. So it's a party, as you can see. All right, throw them in there. This is RWP.
Why is your hand
Hey, that's another thing. Make sure you have good can openers and
Uh-oh.
redundant.
Lost
Oh,
the
yeah,
lid.
we don't want the lid in there. All right, so we're going for it. Mrs. RWP behind the camera there. So why not? Throw the cream of mushroom in there. It can't hurt anything, right?
bubbles?
Now we're gonna throw some tomatoes in here. And we've got some fire roasted tomatoes
What is this?
going in. I think we're onto something here, wouldn't you agree? Just sharing a little bit of this personal journey, this adventure with you, by the way. This has been stewing nicely and it tastes really good. A little hodgepodge. Again, making the best of everything. Hey, new vanity. New sink, that's for the hall bath. Because they ripped it all out. The whole downstairs is gone. So give yourself a test. Test yourself. Test your preps. Test your readiness. I encourage you anyway to do so. To, choose a time or maybe even at least, I don't know, however you want to handle it. Maybe you make your family aware, depending on what your dynamic is, or maybe you just spring it on them and see how they respond. But or maybe you make them aware that it's going to happen, but they don't know when, and bang, you do something. Like I say, you shut the power down. You make like you can't, you turn the phones off. You can't communicate with the outside. And you're stuck for whatever it is, 24, 48 hours, a weekend. And try it out and see how you do. See what happens. It's going to be a pretty interesting result, rather. I guarantee that much. Obviously, I'm a prepper, but I have realized that I need to be more practical and sound-minded with it. Life in the makeshift kitchen while things are going on. And look, I know a lot of you folks have dealt with things far greater in intensity. Don't take me the wrong way as I share this little journey with you that I'm on in saying that, oh, I'm experiencing some hardship like you wouldn't understand, because that's not where I'm coming from. I merely am wanting to reinforce and for you to understand perhaps we're not as prepared as we think we are, whatever it may be. And therefore, it gives you a chance for reflection and a chance to, to reconsider what you do, how you do it, what you've got. I know it has for me, so I really just wanted to bring this to you as sharing it with you, for one, just sharing my experience with you, but two, as perhaps a cautionary tale. Take it for what you want. I always wanted to help somebody with this channel. That's it. And from the very first video, I said, if I can help just somebody or one family, or, if anybody gains anything from this that can help them better themselves and be more prepared for any and all scenarios that one may envision, and even maybe those unforeseen, then it will have been worth it. And so I still stand behind that. That's all I got, and I will check you guys next time. I appreciate you coming with me on my cooking adventure here at Area 53 in our own little SHTF. And speak to you soon. Have a good night.